Hey everyone, welcome back to the Hello World Guy, and in today's video, which is the second video of the platformer series, we are going to do a really simple thing, which is adding coins to our game. Now this would be completely animated as well, so that our player can collect coins, because that's a major thing in most platformers. So if I play the game right now, you should remember what we did in the last video. We can move left and right, we can jump with the spacebar key, so we cannot do that with the arrow, and I would actually like that to occur with the arrow as well. So just go under edit and project settings, then I'm going to go under jump here, jump, if you can find that. Yeah, and for the alternative positive button, I'm going to add up as well. Now if I hit play, then you should see that we are able to jump with the up key as well. So yes, that's pretty awesome. So now I think the next thing to add is our actual coin. So in order to start with the actual coin, I'm going to right click here, go under 2D objects, sprites, and I just add in a circle, I guess, because that makes more sense for a coin. We will of course use a proper coin sprite later in this video, but I'm just going to choose nothing but a circle right now. I'm also going to add in a circle collider 2D for this, and if I go under the scene view, you should see that it is pretty much alright. Maybe you want to scale it on the Y, but then the circle collider won't really work, so I'm just going to leave it like that, and then I'm going to change its color to yellowish, so that you know that's kind of what coins look like. And then I am going to move this a little bit here, alright, and a little bit down maybe. So this is our coin. So I'm going to also rename this to coin, obviously, and in here we can add our coin script. So I'm going to right click in my script folder and go under create a new C# script, and I'm going to select coin for this one. Then just going to open it up in Visual Studio. Alright, so as soon as the script opens up, in here, but let me just zoom in a bit so that you see it better. So in here we are going to do something really simple. We are going to I'm going to remove these two here, because that's really not something we need at all. So in here what I will do is add in a on trigger enter 2D function. Trigger enter 2D, do not use trigger enter, that's only called in the 3D world. So yeah, this is for 2D physics only, and for that one of the objects must have a rigid body 2D. Our player does, so that's not a problem at all. And in here what we are going to do is we are going to say if collision dot collider, no, it's a collider actually. It's kind of wrongly named collider, because you know, when you for the 3D version of this, you get a collision object and not a actual collider. So in here it's also named collision, which doesn't really make sense, because collision is kind of different than a collider, to be honest. So in here what I'm going to say is collider dot compare tag, and for the tag I'm just going to say player. Now, which means that if the thing that hit us was a player, then what we need to do is really simple. We need to, first of all, we need to you know, actually register that the player connected a coin. But for now I'm just going to say destroy, because our player does not have anything. Destroy game object. Game object, remember, is a property that gets this component game object. Now what I'm going to do here is go under my assets, just from inside of Visual Studio, open a player.cs. In here what I'm going to do is go up and add in a private int called coins. Okay, and yeah, that's pretty much it. This is going to be 0 by default, of course. Even though it is 0 by default, it's a good idea to initialize it. Just coding style, nothing more than that, to be honest. So now in here what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a public void called coin collected. You can call it something different if you like, I mean. So in here what we are just going to do is, for now we are just going to increase our coins and nothing more. Maybe we will actually now what I'm going to do is go under my update function, or maybe not, just debug.log it here. So just go debug.log coins dot to string. Alright, this should work. So going under coin now, here what we can do is we can say oh sorry, We can say player of type, we are creating a variable of type player called player is equal to collider.get component player. Now if player is not equal to null, we are going to say player dot coin collected. This should basically work. Now in Unity, after it has compiled, I'm going to go under select my coin and make sure that the circle collider is set to be a trigger, and then add in a coin component to that as well, the script, actual coin script, because you know that's not added yet. And now you should see that if I go here and I jump, then the coin gets destroyed, and you can see that in the console it says 1, which means that our coins are now, well, 1. So this is all really awesome, which means that this is really working. So this is all done. Now I think we should create some UI text to actually show the number of coins. So doing that is pretty easy, you know, adding the UI text, and hopefully you are familiar with that by now. If you watched my previous 2 series, and if you really don't know anything about Unity, you really should watch them first, because this is kind of an advanced level tutorial. Anyways, I'm going to right click here, go under UI and add in a text of TextMesh Pro, of course, and import the TMP, sorry, essentials, because you can import the examples if you want, but really not needed. Anyways, after doing that, this is our main canvas, and I'm going to select my TextMesh Pro, and I'm going to anchor it to the top left, actually stretch it across, and then maybe not, alright, I will actually make it a little bit forward on the you know, here, so by increasing this left and right 0, and then for the position on the y-axis I'm going to reduce that to something like -50. 30 I think is enough, 40. Alright, and here I'm going to change this to something like coins 10, and then maybe make it bold. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And now what I can do is we can set this through the code. So I'm going to go under here, and here what I'm going to do is go under player, and I think it's a good idea to separate this into sections. So I'm going to add in a header here that says movement, okay, and then a space after that header, so no, you know, so that is a little bit separated by, you can do that using this space. These are kind of really great ways to make your inspector look good by, without, you know, writing a custom inspector. You know, you can do that if you want, really. But I'm going to add in another header here called UI. Add in here, add in a serialize field, a private tmpro dot, I'm not going to import the namespace, tmpro TextMesh Pro UGY actually, and this is going to be called coins text. And in the coin collected function, instead of debug.logging it, we are going to say actually just coins text dot set text, and this should work. Not really, because we also want to do this coins plus this. Alright, that should pretty much work. So if I let it compile, so you know, we are setting the text here easily. So if I let it compile and then go to Unity and play, then you should see that at the start coins change to 10. Oh, of course we haven't assigned our reference, so I'm going to go here and assign the reference. You can see this is a nice space here. Come on, let the player drag this, and yeah, you can see there is a nice space here, and I'm also going to rename this to coins text. Now actually we should set this in the start method as well, so I'm going to just copy this and go under start and then do this as well. Okay, now I am going to go under here and let's compile. As soon as it does that, I'm going to hit play, and this will hopefully function. So you can see coins 0 and coins 1. So yeah, this is working. Now creating the animation is really simple. If I go under the scene view and I just open up whatever resolution I want, 2x or 4x, so you can choose the higher resolution. I'm going for the lower. Just if I just select, like, you know, all of these images and I try to drag them inside, all of them selected, then you should automatically bring up a pop-up to help us create an animation. For the animation folder, I'm going to just go to my main asset folder and create a separate animation folder here, and in here I'm going to just save it as Quine. Now if I open up animation, then you should see I'm going to actually delete this image now, but you can see that we have got an animator. I will change its name to Quine as well, and now what I will do is select my Quine, add in a animator component to it, not animation, animator, and then drag this Quine animator in the animator controller, or you could just have dragged this in general as a separate animator. That really doesn't matter. But now if I hit play, then you should see that the Quine is certainly rotating, and yeah, we can collect it, and that's pretty awesome. So yeah guys, this is pretty much it for this video. We have added a Quine and we have learned how to animate and make it spin around and then collect it also, and some UI text as well. So yeah, this is pretty much it for this video, and I will see you in the next video, in which we will have a proper tile map editor for our level, so that we can edit it using some in a easy tile map way, and then we can have actual grass tiles, and not just this green block. So yeah, I will see you in the next video, and bye. Also make sure to like and subscribe.